Former U.S. President Donald Trump has once again stirred global debate with his remarks about the ongoing war in Ukraine and the role of global oil markets. In a recent statement, Trump claimed that Russian President Vladimir Putin would be forced to withdraw from the Ukraine conflict if oil prices drop significantly. According to Trump, the lifeline of Russia's war machine is its energy revenues, and any prolonged fall in oil prices would cripple Moscow's ability to sustain military operations. Trump argued that the United States and its allies can influence this process by adopting energy policies that drive prices downward. He insisted that stabilizing markets and lowering oil costs are not only in America's interest but also essential for Western allies seeking to weaken Russia's financial strength. By curbing Russia's income from oil exports, Trump suggested, the economic pressure could reach a point where Putin would have no choice but to reconsider the war. The statement links the Ukraine crisis directly to global energy dynamics, particularly the supply and demand equation in the oil market. Trump emphasized that increased production or reduced demand could apply downward pressure on prices, hitting Russia's revenues hard. He suggested that such a strategy might be far more effective than prolonged military confrontation, as Russia's economy is heavily dependent on energy exports. This argument arrives at a time when the war in Ukraine has already caused massive human losses and strained the global economy. Rising energy costs have fueled inflation, raised transportation expenses, and burdened households with higher utility bills. On the other hand, lower oil prices would directly reduce Russia's state income, undermining its ability to cover the enormous costs of war. Trump pointed out that global sanctions, combined with cheaper oil, could intensify the economic squeeze on Moscow and reshape Putin's calculations. According to Trump, if the financial burden becomes unsustainable, Putin may be pushed toward negotiation or political compromise, rather than pursuing an indefinite military campaign. He framed this as an opportunity for the West to exert leverage without direct escalation on the battlefield. The underlying claim is that financial warfare, through energy markets, can achieve what traditional strategies may not. However, Trump's remarks have also sparked controversy among analysts. Experts caution that oil prices cannot be entirely controlled by U.S. policy, as they are shaped by complex global factors such as OPEC's decisions, market demand, geopolitical tensions, and unforeseen disruptions. Moreover, the course of war depends not only on financial capacity but also on military strategy, international support, and political will. Critics argue that expecting oil prices alone to dictate the outcome of a conflict oversimplifies a deeply complex situation. Nonetheless, Trump's statement sheds light on the critical role energy plays in modern geopolitics. Oil prices are not just numbers on a trading screen, they influence the strategies of nations, the stability of economies, and the prospects for peace or escalation in global conflicts. By tying the future of the Ukraine war to the volatility of oil markets, Trump has reignited debate on whether economic tools could replace military ones in shaping the world order. In essence, the video underscores the idea that energy markets hold immense power in determining the trajectory of international disputes. Trump's assertion, bold and controversial as it is, suggests that if oil prices fall substantially, Putin may be forced to step back from Ukraine, an outcome that could mark a turning point in one of the most consequential conflicts of our time.